Coming up on this episode of Word on the Street, TUS graduates get a vote in the Seanad elections. News of a new campus for the Cleeves Riverside Quarter. And a new artwork is created at the Crew Brewery by an LSAD master's student.
After a recent Supreme Court ruling, graduates of the Technological University of the Shannon can now vote for the 6 university seats in Seanad Éireann from the next election onwards. We spoke to TUS President Professor Vincent Canaan about the ruling.
For the first time, the graduates of higher education institutions at level 7 and level 8 will have the opportunity to vote in a Seanad election.
This ruling has combined the 2 previous constituencies into one higher education constituency. This includes granting voting rights to graduates of any designated institute of higher education who will join graduates of the National University of Ireland and Trinity College.
We would love to see our graduates who are politically aware putting themselves forward for the 6-person constituency of higher education.
The importance of this change cannot be overstated, as it offers graduates a greater voice in Ireland's political process and better represents the diversity within the higher education system.
It's taken a long time to get to this juncture, but I think it's a really important Supreme Court ruling, and I think we now have the onus on us as graduates of the technological sector to get ourselves registered, to be there, to be politically active, and to help chart the direction of travel for our governments over the next number of years.
With contradicting reports about voter turnout in last year's general election, this ruling is an attempt to lure more young voters to the ballot station. However, with the next general election several years away, we won't see the effect this new ruling has in Ireland until then.
The Limerick School of Art and Design recently held their Portfolio Open Day on their Clare Street campus. Throughout the day, there was information on all LSAD programs, with samples of work on exhibition from each course. We met with lecturer Des McMahon and Student Union Vice President AJ Shipley to learn more about their application process.
It's a digital portfolio that's put together now, and that gives the students a lot of expanse as to what they can put into it. What we're looking for on that is just levels of creativity. So both the skills in what people are able to do, the creativity with which they approach their work, and then predominantly something of themselves. So that something that shows their interest, maybe even outside of school and just a very straight portfolio thing, but it shows the breadth of their interests and how they utilize that, their creativity, their skills, their design base within that. So if you have, for instance, we've had people who spray motorcycle tanks, we've had people who make instruments. All of those things are part of what we would hope assemble to show the creativity of the person who's applying.
I was working in a creative field. I was a cake decorator. So I figured, all art is good art. So I put some of my cakes, like some photos of my cakes in my portfolio. I had some paintings, I had some sketches, just anything that I could think of that would show the breadth of my creative practice. If you work in different mediums, or even if you work in a way that you think isn't very traditional art, still show it. Still really pan out your portfolio with a lot of different things that show your strengths as an artist and also your ability to think creatively.
Limerick is on the brink of transformations with the redevelopment of the historic Cleeves Riverside Quarter. In an exciting partnership, Limerick 2030 and the Technological University of the Shannon have signed a Memorandum of Understanding to explore the redevelopment of a vibrant higher education campus with student accommodations. This ambitious project will not only celebrate the city heritage, but also position it as a hub of living, learning and innovation.
Everybody be aware that we can't really grow the student number body on the Moylish campus. We have a single roundabout that limits our potential to grow, so from a planning point of view. So if we want to grow, and we do, we're going to find alternative locations, and we have to distribute our student body, and then we can move people from Moylish and we can backfill those in other areas. So in the Cleeves development, we're looking more at activities that would be more suited to the city centre. So our business community, our business faculty, the arts culture side of things as well. and indeed, you know, who knows in relation to video, voice, etc. It's going to be a major development under the auspices of the Limerick DAC, the Limerick 2030, a wholly owned subsidiary company of Limerick City and County Council. So this is a major activity. We will be taking up a significant amount of space in that place. We also hope to see, of course, other developments, including student accommodation on the site. So I think for our students who will be there into the future, it will be a very nice place to be. You're within walking distance of the city centre. It'll provide footfall for that city centre. We'll have student accommodation on the site, and I think it'll be a very nice integrated, multi-purpose campus with other facilities, other business activities going on there. Hopefully we would like to see an artisan type of community emerge there as well.
Local business and local talent came together when Crew Brewing Company enlisted Brendan Roddy, a master's student at LSAD, to create a stunning mural for their bar. We caught up with the artist as his work was revealed to the public.
My name is Brendan Roddy, and I'm an American art teacher on sabbatical and enrolled at LSAD to get my master's in fine art. So painting, it took about 5 days, and it was a full day of painting. I was by myself in the space, and I kind of just mapped out everything to make sure it was good. I gridded out the artwork, used my sketch, and was able to get it onto the wall. It feels more authentic now that the space actually has people in it. It feels a little more in context. So the piece itself was all about Limerick as a city. I'm new here, being from America, moving here for the year, getting a chance to understand the river, the city, and the bridges. And I decided to do all these pebbles. These pebbles in my brain remind me of people. I see pebbles as people, their surfaces tumbled over time and kind of affected by the environments around them, but still down to the core, they're solid and firm. Being a queer bar in a queer-friendly space, I thought using multicolored kind of rainbow and pride-inspired pebbles was a great way to celebrate that without it being maybe super obvious. So getting the chance to see that in this space with people in the bar is how it all fits together really well and creates this community atmosphere.
Half of all beer sales from the evening were generously donated to the Gosh charity, who focus on issues around gender orientation, sexual health, and HIV.
If you have a story or an event happening that you would like the Film CEL team to cover on the next episode, then send an email to filmcel@tus.ie.